James here from goodguitarist.com, and today we're going to take a look at California Dreamin' by the Mamas and Papas. Let's just take a quick look at what we'll be learning today. This song is quite simple. It uses like a 2-beat strumming pattern, basic chord shapes. Optionally, we can add an F bar chord, but we don't have to. And we can also add that really cool intro, which I will show you how to play. But, you know, at its core, you can do this pretty early on in your guitar journey. Now, speaking of which, if you do need some help with your foundation, with those fundamentals, I have an ebook that's completely free for all my subscribers. I'll put a link down below for that so you can grab your copy. And while you're down there, if you'd take a moment to subscribe to the channel, like the video, if you enjoy learning guitar with me, I'd be very grateful. Otherwise, let's just jump right in to the bulk of it. We're starting off on an A minor chord, and then we go down to G. And I like to play my G like this, where my ring finger is on the 3rd fret of the thickest string and my pinky is on the 3rd fret of the thinnest string. Not always. In a lot of songs, I will play it the more common way, where your middle finger is on the 3rd fret of the thickest string. But in this case, we go A minor into G, and then we're going into an easy F chord. And you can see how my hand doesn't have to change position very much. It makes it much smoother, much more efficient and consistent. So take a moment with that, going from A minor into that easier G shape, which is a great workout for your pinky too, by the way. And then into our F chord. And instead of playing the F bar chord, we're going to put our index finger on the 1st fret of the B string, our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G string, our pinky finger on the 3rd fret of the D string, and our ring finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. And my thumb is lightly touching the thickest string. I've had people say like, oh, my hands are too small, I can't get that thickest string. But you don't have to get your thumb like all the way over it. You're just lightly touching it, and it'll sound great. And from there, we're gonna go to a G chord again. So that's like our main little progression: A minor, G, F, G. And this next part changes throughout the song, but there's a pattern to it, and it's not too tricky. The first time, we're going to play E sus4. And to get there, I want to start with my regular E chord, an E major chord. And we're going to add our pinky to the 2nd fret of the G string. So it's kind of covering up what our index finger is doing. You know, whether my index is there or not doesn't make a difference because my pinky's being added. And we are going to release that suspension. That's the sus, you know, what that means. That's the sus4. Our pinky is playing the 4 and it's suspending it. We release it down to E. So I recommend just trying that. E sus4, E. And we're actually going to start on the E sus4 with those 3 fingers. You don't even have to add your index yet. And then we release it to E. And then we have an F. And we're just going to focus on this little bit, because once you get this, the rest of the song, you're just going to change a couple things, and that's pretty much it. You know, if you can get this, you have the whole tune down. So before we add our strumming, let's just take a moment to make sure that we're really nailing it. I want you to just play a couple downstrokes on each chord, going 1, 2, G, and just counting out loud. G, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. So just counting 1, 2 for every single chord shape there, playing downstrokes only. You could even sing at this point, all the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray, and the sky is gray. we add the strumming, that's a good chance to kind of put that part together. Either way, let's take a look at that strumming now. It goes like this. And in terms of the strokes, that's quite simple. We're starting off with a root, which is just a small downstroke that aims at the thicker strings. You know, it's just like a bass note kind of thing. And then we do a light upstroke, and then a huge downstroke, and a light upstroke. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Getting that downstroke to really pop, that's what makes the song feel good. You know, otherwise this pattern is quite simple. Down up the whole time, you know, but getting that downstroke to pop. And we would play that pattern one time for every chord symbol here. I'm going to get out my metronome nice and slow. We're going to do this at 88. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now moving on, we have the only other chord progression that we need for this one. I'll just write it out here. C, going to E, A minor, F, and from C to E, there's no real trick to it. You just make the switch. From E to A minor though, you just lower your fingers by one string each. They're the same shape. And then going into that easy F, we can leave our index down, and that'll make that switch a little bit smoother. And at the end here, you'll see we have 2 measures of E sus4 and 2 measures of E. Once again, I encourage you to play downstrokes only, going, I've been for a walk on a winter's day. You can count along, downstrokes only, just to nail the chords. Then we'll add our strumming. You can always just watch me do this and then try it with me after. 1, 2, 3, 4. And now I'm going to write out the rest of the verse, and you're going to see that there's nothing new there. We're just playing our usual A minor progression, and then a couple measures of E sus4, a couple measures of E, then our usual A minor progression, and then we just play E sus4 for 4 measures in a row. And to me, it's almost like that's probably the most confusing part of the song, is just figuring out which variation of E sus4 and E goes at the end of every line. But you can always just write this down, like literally copy what you're seeing on the screen. That way you can see it in blocks. I find when you print off the chords and lyrics from, you know, whatever website you find them on the internet, it doesn't tell you how many times to play each chord for. It just kind of says like E sus4, E, F, you know, and it shows you 3 chord symbols. But you look here, it's like, oh, E sus4 for 2 measures, then E and F, and it tells you how many times to do the strumming pattern on it. So please print off just the lyrics and write that down, and that's going to give you a way clearer image of the tune. Now, as far as other stuff, there's that really cool intro, and there's also an instrumental section. Let's just really quickly cover the instrumental section. I'm going to write out the chords. It's so close to the verse. The only difference is you stick to that A minor chord for a while, and I recommend just in your head counting how many times you're doing the strumming pattern. Just thinking like 1, 2, 3, 4. You know, and you get up to 7, then you switch to that F chord, and then you're pretty much playing very similar to the verse. Once again, I would write that down. And there's also that melody that we play at the beginning. It's actually on 2 guitars, but I've kind of simplified it down to 1 part. It goes like this. So we're holding an A sus2 shape. Basically, our middle finger is on the 2nd fret of the D and our ring finger is on the 2nd fret of the G string. Really beautiful sound. And we're starting with our pick on that D string. And just ascending through 3 strings and then coming back to the D string. And then I'm going to add my pinky to the 3rd fret of the B string and my index to the 1st fret of that same string, and I play 3, 1, 0. But I'm still holding that other shape that I played so it can ring out. And the most important thing here is the rhythm. 1 and triplet, triplet. So we're counting triplets and playing triplet, triplet. It's a bit of a thing to explain in terms of like what's going on there, but these are quarter note triplets, and that's the way to accurately get them, is to count eighth note triplets, 1 and 2 and triplet, triplet, and then add a note to every other syllable of triplet. You'll see it all written here. It sounds more confusing than it really is, but just work your way through that. You don't have to play the rhythm 100% accurately, but if you want to, there it is. And then we go, which is simpler in terms of rhythm. We're just starting with the same two notes, the D string and the G string, holding down our A sus2 shape. And then on the thinnest string, O, 1, O, using my index finger, and then my pinky once again on the 3rd fret of B. And the rhythm's a lot simpler. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So just take a look there. I highly recommend counting out loud once you've got the notes in the right order. The next step is count out loud, and then to like get it nice and smooth. And now here, this last measure, we're starting on an A minor shape, and I'm plucking the D string with my pick, and I'm plucking the B string with my middle finger. And then I play the G string. So it starts with two notes at the same time. And then I play on the B string, 3, 1. So I would just focus on that part. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then we end with another triplet. And this one, we're playing the open B string, 2nd fret of the G string, and then the open G string. So triplet, triplet. I'm going to try to do it super slow. 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and triplet, triplet. And then we play an E7 sus4. So this is a new chord shape here. We're putting our middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, our ring finger on the 2nd fret of G, and then our pinky on the 3rd fret of B. And I'm muting the thinnest string just by lightly touching it with my pinky, with the underside of it. And I'm resting my pick on that string. So I pluck through all the strings and I stop it on the E string. And then, all the leaves are brown, doo-doo-doo, and you bust into the tune. The only other part is the ending. And for that, we're playing our chorus, and we just stay on this little riff. A minor, G, F 3 times, and then we play F 4 times with our strumming pattern, and a single strum on A minor. I'll just write it out there. Once again, print off your lyrics, write that down at the very end for the outro, and it'll all come together. If you want to play the entire song with me, that's available for members of my website. I'm going to put a link down below if you're interested in that. It's not just the song playthrough. You also get access to all my courses, which is huge. They're going to help you out with everything from the basics to like learning how to pick properly, finger style, bar chords, and so on and so forth, music theory, playing the blues. There's a whole bunch of stuff there. You also get access to my community where you can ask me questions directly and get some real feedback on your playing. If you have any questions, please let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, don't forget to grab your copy of my free ebook. Subscribe to the channel if you enjoy learning guitar with me. Have a fun time practicing, and I'll see you soon.